Hey, good morning, JCT. Hope you guys are doing well. One of the things that I want to do during the summer as we talk about rest as rebellion is give you some practical insights on some daily things that you can do, especially when you feel like your rhythms are completely out of whack or you really are just in a really busy season of life. And you don't want to get things completely and totally off track, but you want to stay focused on spending some time resting in the Lord and at the same time not completely just let everything veer off into the ditch. And one of the ways that I do that is through liturgical prayers. And those are pre-written prayers, prayers that have already been assigned maybe a particular day or even a particular topic. You can find those in all kinds of books like the Book of Common Prayer. There's a great book called Every Moment Holy. And there's also one that I use quite a bit, and it's called Towards Rest. And they're topical. So in this particular book, it talks about an awareness of your environment, an awareness of your space, an awareness of the people that are around you. And just spending a few moments, like especially if you don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn, but having something like this on your nightstand or around you in close proximity that you can just open up and read, sometimes can just be so simple in inviting the presence of God into your room, into your space, and allowing Him to speak to you. We don't have to try to be clever and recreate the will. A lot of times just setting aside that space to sit with the Lord and with the Father is really incredible, and letting Him take over and meet you. Keep in mind, the moment that we sit down and say, Lord, I'm just going to tune everything out, even if it's just for these few moments, and read something that's focused on you and read a prayer that's focused on you, the Holy Spirit will always come and take over and do the other part, and a lot of the part that we can't really do ourselves. I encourage you to do that. And some of us, we maybe grew up in a different faith tradition, so we're not really used to liturgical prayers. Maybe we feel like they're too boxy, which is what my problem was when I very first started using liturgical prayers. I was taught that it wasn't relying on the Holy Spirit if I read something off of a sheet of paper. And as I've grown older, the reality is liturgical prayers have been one of the most beautiful ways in which I experience the Lord. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Is first, I have to sit and I have to read. And they're not very long. Some of them can be long, but they're not very long. But I have to sit and push back on hurry sickness, the idea that I've got to rush. And that is a key symptom to my spirit being out of place. The second thing that I really like about liturgical prayers is that more often than not, it forces me to pray things over myself that I never would have thought to pray. And so I will admit at times that I am forced to pray as a result of reading through these books, a prayer about people or how I feel about something or about a neighbor or about my place, my environment, my work. And simply by going through prayers that I otherwise wouldn't pray for myself, I find myself being shifted into something different mentally when it comes to that space. So especially work or, one of the things that I love about this book, Towards Rest, is it talks a lot about awareness of people and the joy of people, and the idea of my coworker can be someone that I enjoy, my kids, especially when I may be home with them all day long, or they may be acting up, the awareness of the space that they're in and what's going on in their lives. And I do all that just through simply liturgical prayers. And so I encourage you guys, once again, it's practical, it's very simple and very easy. It's a small investment. You can go on Amazon and find every single last one of these books. We're going to link these books in the Rest as Rebellion group on our Church Center app. And I encourage you, just take a few moments, spend some time, get one, put it on your nightstand or wherever you sit. And I promise you, if you do it, it'll become a ritual for you, it'll become a habit for you, it'll become something that you look forward to. There'll be times where you'll be thumbing through the book looking for a prayer that you prayed last year or the year before. There'll be go-to prayers, things that you just pray over yourself consistently. There might even be some prayers that you take out of this book, put on a mirror or put it somewhere in your car or maybe on the front of your phone. Whatever it may be, the Holy Spirit will work deeply in you and through you as you turn over this time and space to Him. Prayer doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be frustrating. And it doesn't have to be at a set time, even though preferably for rhythm's sake it would be. But the Lord still wants to meet you if it's 3 in the afternoon, if it's 6 at night, if it's 9 at night, whatever. Just being able to spend some time with Him will really shape a lot of that hurry sickness that we've been talking about. I pray that the Holy Spirit would continue to work in you. I pray that the Spirit of God would really give you an open idea about what this would look like. And I pray that many of you will enter into these rhythms and the Holy Spirit will change you through them. Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon. JCT.